Hey everybody, welcome to Toyo Performance. Today we're going to work on putting together an air up, air down manifold for use when you're taking your rig, truck, SUV off-road. What I've done today is assembled a whole bunch of new and some used airline apparatus that'll make this job a little easier. The goal is to just hook up once to a compressor, fill all tires up at the same time evenly, conversely unhook the air, open up a valve, and bleed at the same time as well. So let's go ahead and talk about what I have here first. I've got some old airline parts from different projects in the past. Stilson wrench, screwdriver, adjustable Teflon tape. But this is the key. Got this off Amazon. It's a machined aluminum air distribution block. It's got 5 holes on the top, inlet on the bottom, and 1 on either side. I've got 4 3/8 quick disconnect national pipe thread 1/4 inch. I've got their male receivers for the quick disconnect with a 3/8 inch to cover the male inlet. I've got 2 block out plugs in case I don't need one. An old ball valve opener so I can open, let air out, close it. 1 quick disconnect female 3/8 inch pipe thread. 4 tire chuck open fillers, and they are lockable. The all-important gauge. I got a whip hose that I'll use to connect this. And then lastly, 4 25-foot 1/4 inch air lines here. So the first thing we're gonna do is make sure our manifold is nice and clean. There are no burrs, there's nothing on the inside. I can see that that's the case. Now, I'm gonna go ahead, and I've already decided I'm gonna put a plug in the middle of this. Obviously, we only have 4 tires. I don't need the 5th one up top. So to make it a little easier, I'm gonna take out this plug. I have its package here. Some Teflon tape. Obviously, we want to thread it backwards because we're screwing this in. So 1 or 2 rounds of this will be fine. I'm putting this in the center actually, like I had just mentioned. And then tightening it down. So we got a complete plug of that hole. We're not going to use that one. There we go. All right, second thing. I'm going to go ahead and put in my quick disconnects. I've got 4 of these that are going to go in. More Teflon tape. Oh, make sure, they always seem to put the UPC code right on these threads. You don't want that to interfere with your seal. So go ahead and make sure you take them off. Thread your tape on. And then go put it in. Now at this point, since you're building this manifold, I would suggest you tighten every one and assemble it individually so you have room, because as you get the 4th one in here, it's going to get pretty tight and hard to get the tool in. Oops. Let's get a better piece off here. This one was a little tighter to get in. I'm not so sure why. All right, that's number 2. Number 3. And the last one, number 4. Okay, now we've got the bulk of the manifold set. I'm going to move to the air valve, the open one, that we can use to air down all 4 tires quickly. Now I actually had this, so this is an older part, and it has a male-to-male adapter on it. That's why it sticks out a little bit, but that may work out well because then I don't have to worry about the on-off lever getting in the way. So this is what we got so far. We've got 4 disconnects, 1 plug in the center, and then our on-off valve, I'm gonna leave that sideways. Okay, you can see it goes on and off. Now I'm gonna thread the air gauge. And this is the critical piece because on top of the manifold itself, you gotta know what you're airing up to or airing down to, and it's nice to do that with just 1 gauge giving you the reading for all 4 of the tires at the same time, and it'll be consistent. I'll leave this flat like this. So again, got the air gauge, everything is in line, flat. Now, we need to, at this point in time, put in our whip hose. Stretch that out. Get a little Teflon tape. Now, these come in different lengths. I chose 2 feet. I figured that's good enough to get away from the compressor. I have a little mini pancake compressor that I use when we go off-road. Take it with us. I'm going to go ahead and thread this right into the bottom. And the good thing is I should be able just to hold the manifold itself to continue the tightening process. There we go. Now for this one, I'm gonna hold off on putting my end on just because I'm not so sure which one, if I'm gonna do a universal. We're gonna put a block on that end for different compressors I can hook up to. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take out my air hoses, open them up. Now, like I said, some of these items I already had here. Some of these I got from my local hardware store. Some of the items I got from Harbor Freight down the road here. So, and some came from Amazon. So it's a little bit of a mix. What I'll do is I'll list in the comments in the section area. I'll list what parts, where I got them, and a general price point so you can get an idea of how much it cost me to make this manifold. Now, again, I'm gonna need some Teflon tape. And some people may say, well, why are you putting a quick disconnect on? Because ultimately, I don't wanna carry around each one of these hoses together. There's a chance that they'll get tangled. These are just those rather inexpensive coilovers. So what I'm gonna do now is put the male end of the quick disconnect onto the one end of the coilover. Like this. Now I'm gonna need actually two. So that's where I brought the Stillson wrench. Some people may want to use another wrench. For me, come down just one. There we go. There, now I can put this end on it. Okay. Now, on the other end of this, I've got this on here. On the other end, I'm going to put the chuck. I've got 4 of them here. And these are lockable. You want that. You want to connect these first when you're doing this to your tire. Get some more Teflon tape here. And these chucks come in a variety of types too. Longer, if you have deeper tires. Locking, non-locking, open and closed. I went with open and the small lock. I don't need, I know what vehicles I'm going to use this on, so it's not, they don't have terribly deep tires or anything like that, so it's okay. If I went ahead, need my 2 tools here together. Oops. There you go. Now, just so you guys have an idea, looks like I'm gonna need a little little persuasion in here. There we go. To get this to come on here. And open this guy up a little. So, just to give you an idea how this works, obviously. They go like this. And for some reason, that one is not being very friendly when I wanted to go connect that. I got these from the same manufacturer, so I would think that would work. But I will post this in a second video when you don't need to see me do 4 of these hoses together. Hold for part 2.